Hey guys, welcome to Denny's. Today we're going to be jumping into the Q&A that was just released by the devs as of October 30th. It was a little late tonight. We are going to be going over the entire thing in this video. It is going to be kind of a longer video because we're going to talk about every single point, and as you guys can see, it goes on for quite a long time. So, that being said, we're going to jump right in. Remember to leave a like if it helped you out, comment any feedback you've got for me, and then subscribe if you feel that I've earned it today. Let's jump right into it. So first things first, they are going to talk about combat and direction here. So player suggestion, create more content aligned with hack and slash and run and gun styles. And they said the response is, we're developing future content to align with the hack and slash and run and gun styles. Specifically, we've taken feedback regarding the invasion content not fitting this approach and are working to better match these gameplay styles. And then player suggestion number 2, improve the invasion content. It doesn't fit the looter shooter genre and its hidden mechanics are stressful. So they're currently focusing on our development efforts on new content that aligns with the hack and slash and running gun direction. So a lot of repetitive wording here with the hack and slash and running gun direction. They don't have specific plans to revamp the invasion at this time. However, as we are expanding our team, we'll continue to work on improving underutilized or less popular contents alongside the development of new content. That's good news. Obviously, we knew that they were expanding their team, so it's nice that they're going to keep doing what they're doing as far as that content goes. Player suggestion number 3, more boss patterns, improved invincible patterns and or hidden mechanics, etc. So far, we've been implementing patches to replace some boss patterns with new ones. New bosses will be added to the new content in Season 2. That's good news. Obviously, that's something that we knew that was happening. We're preparing to introduce a new monster type, or new monster types, to the fields in Season 3. We'll work to diversify boss patterns while ensuring they align with the hack and slash and run and gun styles. That's good news as well. That's obviously exciting, entirely new monster type, so we'll have to see what that is. Player suggestion number 4. So farming missions feels too long and tedious. We'd like adjustments to missions during or pacing. We've learned from feedback that players enjoy missions with constant monster spawns and the freedom to roam while fighting. As a result, we've changed all missions and the hard infiltration operations to extermination missions, which we knew that they did this. We aim to create content with a dense combat experience rather than just fast-paced progression, thus allow for hack and slash run and gun type gameplay. Again, with this wording, hack and slash run and gun type gameplay. They're using this a lot, so I guess that's something they're leaning into. We'll also be improving the existing field missions to make repeated farming more enjoyable. Good news. Now let's go into player suggestion number 1 for play. So, improve grappling hooks. Player suggestion. We believe the purpose of grappling hook improvement is to enhance character mobility. All characters should be able to move with Bunny for a better co-op experience. Currently, Bunny often arrives first and ends the event before characters can catch up. To address this, we are considering improving the grappling hook or introducing new default mobility skills or movement items in the medium to long term. We are working to improve co-op play so that players can run and fight together as well. So that's good news. Obviously, Bunny does do that, and I'm glad that that's something that they're talking about, because I wasn't even really thinking of that, but I'm glad that it was brought up, because it is kind of annoying sometimes when you're trying to play another Descendant, you can't really even catch up to even try to do work. But even if you were there, let's be honest, Bunny's just going to kill him anyway. But okay, so player suggestion number 2, remove guided missile patterns and reduce the hit rate of common monsters. Basically just said, hey, the 1.1.6 update already did this, so there you go. Add an invincibility effect when rolling. We currently have no plans for this. Ooh, okay, so they're responding with no plans. Since guided missiles can now be dodged, yeah, okay. Rolling is unnecessary. Rolling is designed to be a quick movement in the direction of the roll to allow players to evade enemy skills. Okay, so it's not meant to be an iframe. Okay, player suggestion number 4 for play. Increase HP and MP recovery outside of combat. Currently, there are ample means to recover HP and MP during combat. This is absolutely true, and builds are optimized accordingly. We will review whether further improvements are needed to improve updates in the future. So this is interesting because it says outside of combat in the suggestion. And then they say during combat in the response. So I don't know if there's a little bit of a translation miss there, but either way, I believe we're fine there. I don't think that needs to be changed, to be honest with you. All right, and then player suggestion number 5, make it easier to get ammo supplies, especially for special rounds. We are exploring ways to increase the utilization of special rounds, and we'll implement improvements as soon as possible. That's an interesting one, because special rounds weapons are all pretty bad, except for the new perforator, probably, obviously. So that's a very, very interesting one there. We're going to have to see what that means. Okay, player suggestion number 6 inside of play. Improve equipment swapping during combat. There are some technical challenges associated with this suggestion. We have tried to prevent equipment or module swapping from becoming a part as a build. However, since players sometimes start with the wrong module setup, we see the need for adjustments. We plan to allow module changes on restarts after mission completions, but not during combat. Okay, So restarts after mission completions, but not during combat. Okay, so this is good. I was hoping that maybe they could add something where if you're starting a boss or an infiltration in that circle in the beginning, you can change up your build in that little circle. But once the circle disappears, you can't do it anymore. So that's kind of something that I think they should do, but maybe that's what they're thinking as well. Player suggestion number 7, remove collisions between party members for smoother movement. The game was designed with collisions between characters, skills, summons, and objects, so there are many aspects to review. While we have reviewed this in the past, did not proceed with any changes at the time, we plan to revisit it again. Okay, they're going to revisit it. It's a lot of stuff to revisit here. Improve terrain features that interfere with run and gun gameplay in the fields. We are continuously refining. This is something they just did, guys, in 1.1.6. They just fixed a lot of this. They're continuing design, refining the level design, enhance its quality. Terrain adjustments are included in every update, but due to abundance of objects, some unaddressed terrain elements still remain. We'll continue to work on long-term development improvements to ensure a smoother gameplay experience. Okay, so they're just saying, hey, we're going to keep doing that. Okay, allow shooting while running instead of walking when moving backwards for a better sense of speed. We believe slowing down and moving backwards is appropriate for maintaining natural movement. Moving quickly while retreating can make it harder to see, which may lead to discomfort. We plan to keep it as it is, but we'll reconsider if there is significant player requests. So this one's really weird. I've never even heard this one before. Let me know if you guys have heard this one in the comments. I've never even heard that one. I don't really care about that. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty minute. Okay, next step, or next phase. It's going to be early growth suggestions. So player suggestion. The early story is difficult. It's too high, making progression challenging, so reduction in difficulty is needed. This happened in the 1.1.6 updates. I don't know why they are. I love the game and I love Nexon, but I don't know why they're just fluffing this Q&A with stuff like this. Like, I don't know. Maybe people needed to hear it, but the 1.1.6 update definitely nerfed normal. We will continue to analyze and improve the difficulty progression support in the early game. Okay, player suggestion 2. Content requiring initial learning should be more detailed and mandatory, e.g. module enhancement. Offer rewards to alleviate the stress from such mandatory tasks. Provide a support package to help with new player growth. We're preparing several support strategies. Interesting. In Season 2, we plan to reward players with enhanced modules as they progress through the story. We'll also reduce the farming difficulty for Enzo and Glay to allow players to have more Descendants in the early stages and help them reach hard difficulty. Wow. Okay. That's awesome. Additionally, we'll introduce better guides, help features, and clear difficulty indicators to support players in settling into the early game. That's awesome. So, reduce the difficulty for Enzo and Glide, allow players to have more Descendants in early stages. So, I'm guessing that's going to be more like a Freyna and Blair farm for Enzo and Glay, maybe. Sharon, Freyna, and Blair, right? So, that's cool. Okay, user interface and user interface and UX. This is going to be player suggestion number 1. Add a feature to disable party member effects. We understand that visibility can be an issue. So this is to do with Freyna, guys. Obviously, everybody's talking about this. When multiple effects occur simultaneously, and there can be optimization issues depending on the device. To address this, we agree that there is a need for a step-by-step feature to toggle effects on and off. Okay, good. However, simply toggling effects based on party members and on oneself makes it difficult to identify buffs from party members, so we believe grouping effects for the on-off control in stages is necessary. Although it's not on the roadmap yet, we will be beginning discussions immediately due to ongoing optimization issues on some devices after the 400% dungeon update. Yeah, I imagine they're going to be quick with that. We will provide further details through the dev notes once plans are solidified. Okay, player suggestion number 2, improve the applied buff UI. As all the buffs are small and green, making them hard to distinguish. We're working on better ways to identify buffs, and we plan to make improvements as soon as possible. I wonder how soon that really is. That's nice. Already in, buffing the UI a little bit there. Okay. This is the meat and potatoes here. So balance. Player suggestion number 1, better Descendants and weapon balance. Okay, that's a great suggestion. Thank you so much. So far, we've focused on reworking specific Descendants and weapons in each patch. For Season 2, we're planning on an overall rebalance to allow players to choose from a broader range of weapons and Descendants. Just exciting stuff, man. Jaber, please. The low reward drop rates feel more difficult than they should. Please improve farming difficulty. Okay, this is a big one. Wow, okay. To address drop rate concerns in Season 2, we're introducing the target reward system. While certain items have a 20% drop rate, some players might obtain the item on their first try, while others may not get it even after 10 attempts. Oh my goodness. That is so true. Our analysis of server-wide logs shows that the overall drop rates align with the intended 20%, But individual player experiences often do not converge to this 20%, leading to variability. The target reward system aims to address this by allowing players to select a mission and earn guaranteed rewards after a set number of attempts. Dude, bad luck protection is coming in Season 2. In Season 2, bad luck protection is coming. Additionally, we plan to offer enhanced shape stabilizers as limited time event rewards, which increase the chances of obtaining rare items when opening amorphous materials. We are committed to providing a balanced farming experience that feels fair to all players. That is so beautiful. My God, guys, this is the highlight of the video for sure. That is so beautiful. Content, story, player suggestion 1. The overall storyline feels short or incomplete, and there's a desire for more expansion on the backstories of key characters. The story seems to progress to a certain point and then feels like it stalls, so there's a desire for the main story to continue consistently. We plan to expand the main story with each season. We're increasing our team size to deliver more story content. Our goal is to provide a richer storytelling experience, not only for the main plot, but also for the stories of the Descendants. Beautiful. Player suggestion number 2. We'd like to see deeper stories explaining why characters are in their current situations, i.e. backstories or motivations of popular characters. Response 2. In Season 3, we will focus on Glaz's story within the main plot. Oh boy, that's going to be a popular one. We've noticed that many players resonate more with the personal drama of the Descendants than the overarching storyline, so we plan to ensure the main story also captures the Descendants' narratives. That's interesting for story. I wonder. I'm excited to see what they do with that, because that's. Do they continue what they are doing? Who knows? Player suggestion number 3. Some players want a system where the story changes based on their choices, leading to different outcomes. Yes, okay. That's tough. Black Mirror movie. I don't know about that. I don't like that, but some people do. In this kind of game, I don't think it belongs here, but we don't believe offering choices and multiple endings aligns with the direction of the first Descendant. Yeah, see, they agree. As developers, we respect games and create multiple endings and would love to attempt it ourselves. We think it's crucial for the first Descendant to focus on what makes it unique. Yeah, agreed. Okay, and next up, we've got characters. So, player suggestion number 1. Excuse me. We'd like to see new characters and abilities added, as the current roster lacks diversity. That is so not true, in my opinion. I do not think the current roster lacks diversity at all. I think there's 17 different ways, 16 or 17 different ways to play the game. Yes, some are similar, but, and some are better than others, like Freyna and Bunny. However, you can definitely have fun in different ways in this game. Be it Jaber AFK turret camping, which is definitely viable, even though it's not better than Freyna. You could go through Ajax leaping, Bunny running, Freyna leaving pools on the ground, AFK farming. Like, there's so many different ways to enjoy the game. So I don't agree with that, but here we go. Let's see what they respond with. We are exploring ways to introduce more new characters, and as a result, we will introduce 2 new Descendants. Oh boy, 1 male and 1 female. Okay, so they're clarifying the gender. In Season 2, new Ultimate Descendant will also be added. We'll continue our efforts to bring more diverse and innovative Descendants. Yeah, we knew that was coming, though. So, player suggestion number 2. Adding characters that enable more diverse combat styles, especially characters specializing in range attacks, support abilities, and co-op play. We hope to see more unique characters with complex skill mechanics or specialized combat styles. Ooh, number 17, question mark? Dev team response for number 2. We are working on adding more characters with diverse abilities to offer a broader gameplay experience. However, we believe that this also requires more varied content. Currently, the content is divided into 2 main types: intercept battles, which involve defeating large bosses, and exterminations, which focus on defeating many monsters. As a result, characters optimized for these 2 content types are highlighted. We think it's necessary to diversify the types of content to allow for a wider range of character choices. At the same time, we are carefully testing new content to avoid creating an environment where new characters feel required as choices for this content. As soon as the new content is ready, we'll seek player feedback through the focus group test and dev notes. The focus group test is going to be interesting. Still very excited for that. They're probably talking about the mega dungeon. So we don't want Freyna to just jump in there and be the only one that is being ran in the mega dungeon, right? So this is obviously what they're trying to say. Obviously, it would kind of suck if you just played nothing but Freyna for the next 2 seasons. So they're working on balance, and I'm excited to see what they come up with, but we'll have to see. Okay, next up, we got combat. Guys, we're halfway done. Player suggestion number 1. Current dungeons are repetitive and lack new challenges and enemy types. Okay, we need dungeons that are more challenging and require strategic thinking, as there is currently a lack of content to challenge core players. The dungeons in Season 2 will feature new types of monsters. We also recognize the need for more challenging endgame content, so we're preparing a range of endgame experiences for Season 2. Oh my goodness, this includes adding higher difficulty special operations and intercept battles, oh my goodness, as well as content that gradually increases the difficulty to challenge the toughest stages. We are hoping to continue to expand the range of endgame experiences. So they're adding new endgame content. Spec Ops are getting higher difficulty in Season 2. Spec Ops are going to be crazy. The resource defense buffs that just happened, Spec Ops in Season 2 are going to go so crazy. So that's really good news right here. This is another huge point right here. Player suggestion 2. We need large monsters. Currently, there are only small, normal, and medium monsters. We'd like to see Vulgus mobs with weak points that can be targeted. Never heard this suggestion. Honestly, I feel like I don't really want to see that, but to each their own. We'll take the idea of large Vulgus mobs that have weak points into consideration, discuss them with the relevant departments. They just kind of like, I don't know if they didn't write that off or anything, but it sounds like that's like a PR response. Like, hey, we're going to talk to our team. We recognize the perception of a lack of large monsters in missions and dungeons and are also mindful of level design constraints. To address this, we plan to create new fields that provide a field combat experience with a mix of large monsters. Okay, well, they're going to add large monsters. That's interesting. Let's jump to player suggestion 3 for the combat field. The boss's attack patterns and combat style are somewhat monotonous. We hope to see void intercept battles with more complex patterns. Okay. Dev team response to that. We are striving to balance adding complexity to patterns to increase difficulty while ensuring they remain intuitive for players. We believe the Deathstalker update aligned well with this goal. Going forward, we'll continue to update intercept battles by adding new patterns, ensuring they are both intuitive and strategically fair. Interesting. So Deathstalker, a lot of people liked, and they want to continue with the idea of Deathstalker, basically. So that's awesome. Deathstalker was good in my opinion, and it is still good. Very fun. Not too hard, not too easy. You still have to do some mechanics. It's not, not a pushover unless obviously you get lucky with crits on Lepic. Okay, player suggestion number 4. We'd like to see a stronger emphasis on the importance of co-op play in dungeons. We understand that there are mixed feelings about the emphasis on co-op play. Dungeons in the first Descendant are designed to be playable solo with the option for smoother and faster progress in a group. We intend to maintain this approach while enhancing co-op synergy, which we believe should be supported by player abilities and content difficulty. Currently, the lower difficulty of content may make the need for co-op less apparent, but as we introduce more challenging endgame content, we anticipate that the demand for co-op will grow naturally. Naturally, that's how it works in all these types of games. So yes, that's kind of what they're going with. I mean, it's in my opinion, it was kind of obvious that's what they're going with as far as co-op play, but not to everybody. So I'm glad that they were talking about it. Player suggestion 5: improve the structure of amorphous outpost farming methods. Excuse me. We agree that the farming and opening methods for amorphous materials and outpost fragments and fusion reactors needs improvement. Okay, wow. Our team has been exploring a variety of ways to enhance outposts, such as implementing a system where players are rewarded after a minute of continuous combat. However, we're approaching this carefully as it may put Sharon players who have less monster killing power at a disadvantage. Yes, that's so true. We recognize that the current outpost route is less engaging compared to the infiltration route, and we are firmly committed to making improvements. We will thoroughly review all options to ensure positive changes for everyone and actively consider the ideas players share with us. So guys, my opinion on this, buff Sharon. Don't approach it carefully. Buff Sharon. Give her more monster killing power. And then do the change that makes it so players are rewarded after a minute of continuous combat. There you go. Problem solved. Sign me up. Sign me up. Player suggestion number 6. Remove unreasonable penalties for content, weapons, modules, inversions, etc. We've received considerable feedback regarding penalties on invasion, inversion, reinforcement, and similar areas. Currently, we are not considering penalties when designing new content. Instead, we aim to provide attribute bonuses to encourage a wider variety of character use. Moving forward, we plan to balance content to avoid imposing penalties on participation. We also will review the penalties on ultimate weapons to make them more usable without penalties even at base levels. Okay, so Blue Beetle, Secret Garden, the skill cost increase, Peacemaker. That's good. Ensuring a more enjoyable experience. We plan to retain the positive negative effect for modules as it offers an option to maximize positive effects when configuring characters or builds where certain stats aren't needed. Alongside the plus and negative effect, we'll also introduce the plus effect modules, providing players with even more customization options. So they already added both these with the integration modules and the amplification modules. So it's good news that they're going to continue adding mods like that. We'll see how they would add them. I don't know what they would be added to or how that's going to work, but nonetheless, more mods is better. More customization. Okay, player suggestion number 7. Please consider accessibility options for visually and hearing impaired players when developing content. Based on Descendant feedback, we've enhanced encrypted vault navigation by adding visual effects. Though we recognize that accessibility options are still lacking, moving forward, we are committed to gradually introducing more accessibility features to make the first Descendant enjoyable for a wider range of players. Yeah, that's definitely necessary. I agree with that, and I'm glad that they're finally doing that. Obviously, they did it pretty early on with the changes to the Enzo farming, but nonetheless. Okay, this is the next one. We're going to go into event real quick. The events that have been held or are currently ongoing aren't very engaging, and the rewards aren't sufficient to encourage engagement. I'm going to go ahead and disagree with that. Maybe the fact that they aren't very engaging, I could agree with, but the rewards are definitely sufficient to encourage engagement, in my opinion, 100%. So that's just my opinion. Current events are repetitive. We'd like to see more creative and new events, such as seasonal special events. We're running web events to offer a wider variety of event experiences and plan to enhance accessibility by complementing them with in-game event features. We aim to provide a various in-game events such as attendance checks and an event store so players can enjoy more activities within the game itself. During periods without major updates, we'll continue to support gameplay through events, establishing them as a key content feature. So in content droughts, the reason to continue playing is going to be these events. And I don't think that they need to be special. I think they need to just be, dailies that they are. Maybe they add some different rewards and stuff, but there's nothing really that would make them much more special than they already are. The fact that you can get, creation or catalyst, you can get activator blueprints, you can get a lot of different stuff. Like the Freyna one was insane in my opinion. And the one that we just got, all the materials you're able to get from the mystery chest is absolutely bonkers. So I think they just keep up with that and we'll be good. Maybe a little. Okay, I lied. Maybe a few more ways to get boosts. I know we can get boosts, every day and stuff, but maybe more. Maybe give us more. Okay, anyway. We'd like to see special awards like character skins. Ooh, this is a spicy one. We're always carefully considering event structures and rewards. As previously mentioned, we're planning to reintroduce new event features, and along with growth items, materials, and currency rewards, we're exploring other options, including character skins, to enhance motivation and satisfaction. Oh my word. Ideally, these skins will align with the season's theme, and we're looking into ways for players to earn them simply through event participation and gameplay. Guys, free skins other than from the Battle Pass. Free skins other than from the Battle Pass. That's pretty cool. That's exciting stuff. Okay, let's jump over to weapons, equipment, and we're going to start with firearms. So, player suggestion number 1. There is a lack of incentive to obtain ultimate weapons, and they currently lack uniqueness. We'd like to see more polished and unique ultimate weapons. We would like new firearms to diversify options and a rework to make the existing firearms feel more distinctive. We plan to rebalance ultimate weapons in Season 2 to give players a broader choice based on their preferences. Additionally, we'll continue to add ultimate weapons with interesting stats and effects to make them more worthwhile to collect. Hopefully, this is not an Excava that they add, or a Sigbor's proof, or maybe they buff those guys. But yeah, exciting. Obviously, we know they're going to keep adding content. It's just a matter of what they're going to do. Season 2, broader choice, weapon rebalancing is really good news. I look forward to weapon rebalancing at least once or twice a season. Hopefully like twice or 3 times, honestly. Player suggestion 2, we would like to add support for zooming in and out with firearms. Response to that is, we've discussed introducing weapons with an ADS system to enhance the firearms experience. Since the first Descendant is optimized for fast-paced run-and-gun combat with less need for precise shooting mechanics, this idea is currently on hold. We believe it's more important to focus on creating engaging firearm effects and iconic dream weapons rather than precision controls, so we've lowered the priority of this point on our agenda. Okay. So they're going to focus on the reworking the weapons, which I am totally fine with. I don't really care about zooming in and out with firearms. Okay. Reactors. Oh boy. We would like to add a feature to adjust the type and number of secondary options on reactors. Currently, we don't support readjustments since reactors only have 2 options, but we've received a lot of feedback about this. We're considering increasing the reactor options to 4. Oh my god. Or raising the cost of readjustments, with further details to be shared in a future dev note. Oh my gosh. Okay. That would be crazy. Okay. That'd be crazy. Okay. Wow. All right, I'll move on. Sorry. Player suggestion 2. We would like to add crafting of rare reactors for better build variety. Response to that is, the reactor implant system in the 1.1.16 update has made weapon optimization easier. We have noticed the feedback about the consumable material and cost for the implant. That was quick. Oh my god, that was quick. We will review the data and if needed, increase ways to earn more materials. Was this pre-typed before yesterday, or did they actually notice that feedback that quick? If they're noticing feedback that quick, that's crazy. We will review the data and if needed, increase ways to earn more materials. Our direction for reactor improvements includes optimizing the rotation system to simplify farming for ultimate reactors and creating an environment for more interesting builds by introducing new reactor tiers in the future. Okay, new reactor tiers. So you heard it here. Transcendent reactors coming soon. Pretty cool. Okay, Modules. Player suggestion 1. Add more ways to obtain modules. E.g. Stop Focus Enzo exclusive mods. Again, with the 1.16 update, it's extremely diversified is what they responded with. So, player suggestion 2. Increase the performance of dedicated Transcendent modules. We'll review the performance of underutilized Transcendent modules and adjust them to allow for more variety in their usage. That's like a whole balancing act, as well as, reworking Descendants and balancing Descendants and weapons. That's a whole balancing act, too, they've got to do. So that's obvious that they're going to be working on that, I think. Player suggestion 3. Add a feature to delete modules from the inventory. Yes, please. Currently, it has been improved at the 1.16 update, so Transcendent module drops are sent to the lost and found. Thank goodness for that. If you already have 1,500 modules, after this patch, we will further assess whether an inventory delete function is necessary. That's amazing news. Okay. Player suggestion 4. Add an auto-combine feature for modules. We understand the need for this feature and are currently preparing improvements. Nice. We plan to include it in a hotfix as soon as possible. Let's go. Big changes there. That's absolutely awesome. Okay, user interface. Player suggestion 1. Add functionalities to the search function for modules and inventory, e.g. initial search, space ignoring, option search, etc. Adding a dismantling feature with an and condition. Okay, nice. We believe the more QL improvements like these, the better. Our dedicated live team is collecting and organizing player feedback to make continuous improvements. Yeah, so it's coming. This is probably going to be coming. The and condition is going to be coming. Okay, customization. This is going to be an interesting one. So player suggestion 1 for options are, currently customization options for characters are limited. We'd like to see more options for appearance elements. E.g., we hope to have a wider selection of hairstyles, long, short, unique styles, as well as more options for overall customization. Obviously, everybody wants that. Everybody loves more. More is better. Is it always? Who knows? I don't think so. Quantity over quality, surely? Or no. Quality over quantity, surely. The response to that is as follows. We know that players have a strong desire for customization. Our internal data shows particularly high demand for appearance options like hairstyles, so we've decided to expand our art team's capacity to produce more of them. We'll also continue to review and steadily introduce a wider range of customization options. So they've been doing that. They're going to continue doing it, so that's good news. I imagine they like money too, obviously. That's how they make their money in this game, so it comes as no surprise. That's going to be a huge part of the game. Player suggestion number 2. Allow us to dye the default character appearance. We've listened to your requests, and with the start of Season 2, both Descendant and Ultimate Descendant default appearances will be dyeable. We apologize for the delay in implementing this highly requested feature. Additionally, as noted in previous update notes, dedicated spawns and back attachments will become shared items starting in Season 2. Guys, that is awesome. That is so awesome and so exciting. And I'm sad that it took that long, but honestly, the fact that it's coming is pretty sweet. So, and then obviously the back attachments. So, okay, more variety. Player suggestion number 1. The limited selection of skins makes it hard to customize as desired. Yes. Release more skins with both casual and unique themes. That's right. Our data shows that skins with a wide variety of themes are very popular. In response, we're expanding our team to create skins with more themes and in greater quantities. Oh boy. We would appreciate your patience as we work on this. Okay, so that's going to take some time. So more skins. Again, with my point at the top, obviously that's how they make their money. So naturally. Okay, user interface, player suggestion 1. The customization system isn't very user-friendly, and the process for changing character appearances is complicated. Yes. Kind of. Not really. I don't know about this. I don't know how much I agree with this. We anticipate more usability improvement requests once the previously mentioned plans are implemented, and we'll continue to work on these improvements. Player suggestion number 2. Adjust the Twisted Warship outfit in the customization menu. We've actually suggested, they changed this yesterday, guys, with the 1.1.6 update. New purchases will receive both the original and updated skins. The revised version will also be sent via mail to previous purchasers. So, yeah. Okay, purchase. Player suggestion 1. Make character skins in the Battle Pass and skins for the firearms that players frequently use more appealing. We've received a lot of feedback about the Battle Pass during the preseason and in Season 1. During the preseason and Season 1. In Season 2, we plan to look into adding Descendant skins and popular firearm skins. I would hope so, because I'm tired of the blue skins for blue weapons. Okay, that's just dumb. Okay, move on. Player suggestion 2 for purchase. We just want to buy skins without bundled packages. It feels excessive. The prices for skins enhancement materials are too high. Oh my gosh. We've listened to your feedback, and the team and business units have agreed to sell all cosmetic items, skins, spawns, back attachments, chest attachments, all separately. Oh my gosh. This policy will go into effect with the start of Season 2. We're also reviewing enhancement materials to make them more efficient when purchasing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, because enhancement materials, if anybody bought those, that feels like the biggest waste of money because of how little you got. Literally never buy these right now. Wait for season 2 to start. We'll see what they say, but this is really good. No more $60 sets for a pair of wings you want. I definitely didn't do that. That was not me who did that with Levick. But anyway, player suggestion 3. Are there any plans to sell retired skin skins, or are they truly off the market? Many players have requested the sale of retired skins. While we are carefully considering changes to the store display for regular sales, we decided, in coordination with the dev team and our business team, to change our policy for upcoming skins to be available for regular sale, except for certain seasonal event skins. For former skins, we plan to add previously retired Ultimate Descendant skins as individual items. As for other skins, we are carefully reviewing our options. Yeah, I mean, this is how they make money. Of course, they're going to bring them back. They might, dangle it in front of our face for a little bit, make us want to get it more, but they're definitely going to bring them back. So, yeah. Okay, miscellaneous. This is the last little bit here. So, player suggestion 1, add the ability to use surplus materials to craft amorphous materials. We'll continue adding new systems to make use of surplus materials, similar to how ETA 0 provides an opportunity to exchange surplus blueprints for other items. Our plan is to support utilizing surplus materials, currency, and other resources in innovative ways. Good. That's good. And I imagine they would continue that, but that's good to hear. Good to see. Player suggestion 2, servers optimization and lag. We experience a lot of stuttering and lag, especially in co-op play. We're aware of the optimization issues in the recently updated 400% dungeon. As we plan to keep developing content with many monsters, we're working on additional optimizations for a smoother experience, some of which will be in place by Season 2. Okay. So they're already adding some optimization for Season 2. I mean, they're honestly optimizing like every one of the big patches. They're adding so many different optimizations, so this is to be expected at this rate right now. And then player suggestion 3, trading system. Players can't freely trade items with each other. Oh boy. To be honest, we're taking a conservative approach to the trading system, as our current priority is live service stability and improving content satisfaction. We don't think it's the right time to introduce it just yet, but we'll continue to evaluate its feasibility. Interesting. Don't think it's the right time to introduce it just yet. They say yet, keyword yet. However, they do say evaluate its feasibility, which means at all, introducing it all. So I don't know. It's weird. We'll see. As the months go on, we'll see what they have to say about this as they add more endgame content and more fixes and quality of life improvements. Okay, player suggestion 4, add a system or space to display own Descendants like figurines. We think this is a great idea. Similar suggestions have come up internally, though we don't have a specific plan yet. However, it's under consideration as a medium to long-term project. Cool. Okay, so figurines maybe. Add a photo mode, screenshot only screen. We'd love to add this feature internally as well, but it's difficult to say when it might be feasible. We'll review it further to make sure to keep you updated. Okay, that's it for the miscellaneous. Okay, we'll go over the closing thoughts here. We're interested to hear your thoughts on the dev team's responses. For any questions we couldn't answer today, we plan to open a new Q&A channel on our official Discord next week, where the development team will respond directly. We'd appreciate it if you could join us there and share your questions and feedback. So another Q&A next week, guys. The team is currently hard at work on Season 2, scheduled for release on December 5th. Drawing from our experience Season 1 update, we want to ensure we gather ample player feedback to refine content ahead of new updates. As a part of this plan, we'll be conducting the focus group test specifically for the new Season 2 content. Oh boy. We'll be sharing the details on Discord, inviting players to preview the Season 2 content and provide feedback. While some issues may not be resolved immediately, we are committed to gathering early feedback and incorporating as much of it as possible to shape the first Descendant into a game that truly reflects your ideas. We'll be back in November with more details about Season 2, and we'll keep you posted on our progress moving forward. As always, we'll continue to listen to your valuable feedback and do our best to improve your gaming experience. We look forward to your continued support and input. Thank you. Guys, that's it. It was a long one. I'm going to cut it off. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you stayed this far into it, props. This is probably the longest video I've ever made. But I appreciate you. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, great rest of your week. I'll see you on the first Descendant. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch, guys, if you haven't already. Link is in the description. Join the Discord as well. We're always playing games there. If you want to play TFD with other people, if you're looking for people to play with, my Discord is in the description below. And you can follow me on my socials there as well. But I'm out of here, guys. Hope you have a great rest of your day again. But peace out. Goodbye.